Hey guys, welcome back to AFK Journey. In today's video, we're going to go through a new talk with the designers. This one they have posted over on Twitter, and they had an IRL meetup somewhere in America. I can't remember where it was. I wasn't unfortunately able to go, but I do see that we had Danger Grey. It looks like Turtle Eggs is there as well. I haven't had too much of a close look at this to see any other faces that I know, but this one looks pretty good because I haven't actually read the article. I just quickly looked at the titles. We got plans about increasing rewards. We've got roadmap for updates and gameplay, which is cool. How do you plan to encourage the use of non-meta characters, which is a great question. And how will you address the issues of inactive servers and the inability to play with friends? So some really good questions that got asked to the developers at this meetup. So we're going to read through the whole thing and have a look and hopefully find out some good information. Like I said, I haven't read it yet, so that means we're probably going to get some fumbling of words in this one. So you guys are used to it, who cares? All right, on October 18th, the AFK Journey team had the pleasure of hosting a player meetup in San Diego. That's where it was, where we were excited to connect with so many passionate players. It was a fantastic opportunity for us to share some exciting updates on the game's future and directly address players' questions. In this special edition of Talk with Designers, let's take a look at the highlights from the event. Honestly, the place they're in looks pretty sick. I like it. Dude, it almost looks fake outside. The windows always look fake. Am I tripping there? Because this background here looks way different to this background. Or is that the sky has just adjusted that much in that space? I don't know. You guys let me know. I'm probably just tripping. All right, here we go. Are there any plans to increase rewards for specific game modes or gameplay? In short, as we introduce more game modes and events in the future, the rewards will gradually increase in a balanced and structured way. After the release of Song of Strife, we realized that the gameplay content we had prepared was consumed faster than we expected. Yes, it definitely was. Meanwhile, we can't simply inflate rewards, as that would negatively impact the players who've already invested time and effort. Therefore, we have prioritized the development of diversified gameplay content, and by building on top of these improvements, we will increase the rewards accordingly. For example, regarding the progression of Hypergean and Celestial factions, we are making Stellar Crystals more accessible by introducing new events. At the same time, we have also brought in new game modes, such as the recently launched Clash Fronts, to boost overall guild medal earnings, which helps address the concerns. Yes, my main account did overcap 2 days ago, so I had to buy. I bought a Freyasto. It's shattered. But honestly, aside from the fact of trying to go through and get all the previous sell hypos, I feel like if you start now and you just look at future sell hypos, the income is actually pretty decent to get you at least every second, I think now. I'd have to run the exact math, but both my accounts are swimming in them. Obviously, my new account, I haven't got any of them. My main account, I've got Tailing to Supreme Plus, but honestly, at the moment, I'm feeling like it's easier to get the new Celestial Hypergeans than it is to get the new Raid Up heroes, but that's obviously because I'm not going back getting Rainier and stuff like that because I want new toys and that's what I do. So that is that one. What's the roadmap for updates regarding gameplay and what will the new game modes look like? Disclaimer, although we can't disclose specific details about future game developments, there are a few guiding principles we are following. We will continue developing new exciting game modes around core combat mechanics. The most recent example is Clash Fronts, which is released a few days ago. We aim to cater to different types of players, whether competitive or non-competitive, social or solo, hardcore or casual. On top of this, more casual, fun-driven content will be added to the game, such as various minigames, fast world gameplay, and new events featuring fresh game modes. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit. While we are addressing these new, While we are adding these new features, we also want to prevent the game from becoming too exhausting or grindy. Makes sense. We are optimizing existing game modes, for instance, with the recent launch of Clash Fronts, a team event with simplified and existing we simplified the existing battle drills by adding the skip function. Skip function is something I need it in Dream Realm, to be honest, because Dream Realm, nothing shits me more than putting in a formation, realizing I didn't change the artifact or something like that, and then I just gotta watch the whole damn battle. Give us the skip button in more places. Looking ahead to next year, we'll introduce a multi-option system, allowing players with different preferences for game modes like Honor Duel, Arcane Labyrinth, or Fishing to select what suits them best while still earning the same rewards, with the exception of certain game modes like AFK stages. Oh, that's interesting. So when they do all those events that force you into different things, maybe they'll just be like, hey, what do you want to do? You choose and you get the rewards based on what you want to do. I think that's an interesting idea. What do you guys think? The goal is to design more distinct content and let players pick their own path. For example, Honor Duel is a unique mode enjoyed by some players. Naturally, they want better rewards from Honor Duel, but increasing those rewards might undermine players who don't enjoy it as much. In short, this is a mechanism that allows players to receive the same amount of rewards through different paths. I honestly think that's a really cool idea, because I know some people that just absolutely love Honor Duel, and then others just absolutely hate it. Like I can't even be bothered going into it. If the rewards are better, I'd go into it more. But if they don't make the reward, if I can get the reward somewhere else, then I'm not really too keen on diving in too deep into it. How do you plan to encourage the use of non-meta characters? This is a great question. We've been paying close attention to the viability of underused heroes. On one hand, we're working on new gameplay related to core combat, such as new battlefield environments, or boss mechanics that provide opportunities for these non-meta heroes to shine. Kind of example is like Brion working well in the new world boss and stuff like that. And also on Croaker too. On the other hand, seasonal updates like new magic charms and faction bonuses can also make certain heroes more relevant in the game. For example, the design of the new Primal Lord Plague Creeper allows some Graveborn heroes to become more active by leveraging their faction's talents. Yeah, we saw that. There's a bunch of different strats there. How will you address the issue of inactive servers and the inability to play with friends? To tackle the declining population of specific servers, which of course makes it more difficult to recruit new players to those guilds, we plan to implement a social server merge function. This feature will allow players from neighboring servers to join the same guild without affecting individual server rankings. In addition, we are considering a server transfer feature. Rest assured, we'll establish mechanisms to maintain balance in the original server. In future events, we also plan to introduce cross-server multiplayer gameplay, similar to Warzones, allowing more players to play together. Interesting. I have to wait and see how this pans out, but yeah, I just think... I still think back to like pre-launch, like I'm talking like months before launch, I was on their ass about you've got to make servers guilds cross server. AFK Arena has full cross server guilds and it's fantastic. The difference is AFK Arena doesn't penalize you. Like it's not so focused on your ranking as a guild. And I feel like they should have gone that path of just having cross server, and instead of having ranked guild rewards, like we got so many ranked rewards in the game already, instead of having ranked guild rewards, just have like threshold guild rewards, so that like, you know, depending on like how much damage you say deal, or you know, all those types of things, then they could do it. But I don't know, maybe I'm just copium. I just like the AFK Arena system. I always thought it was good. Lastly, a small teaser. Okay, here we go. Next year, we will introduce a dungeon-like game mode providing non-competitive PvE content in a vast world with an immersive environment. We are also working on designing a shared map feature which will allow more players to explore the world map together. It is currently under development, and if possible, we aim to release this feature next year. Okay. Before I go to ending remarks, a dungeon-like game mode, is that going to be like Peaks of Time in AFK Arena? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, because that's non-competitive one-time rewards and stuff like that. which will allow more players. Something else that I think the game could really use. I just think of this because I think of it from Honkai Star Rail, where you can explore the world as a different character, and then they have abilities that they can use in the overworld, which then have effects when you enter combat. I feel like that is something they can do in this game so well. Instead of always having to roam around as Merlin or as the you can roam around as your favorite character. And then they have an ability that they use in the overworld. And then if you use that and then enter battle, maybe you're buffed. Maybe if you enter battle after clicking that ability, you deal like extra damage and, you know, have some sort of debuff that applies to the boss. Something like that. And then when we go and do our Dream Realm fights, instead of just hitting start and you enter the Dream Realm, you start and you enter a little zone where it's you standing next to the boss. And then you use that, you can use whatever ability you want from your team of team of 5. And then like that ability gets brought into the battle, so you have like an extra ability. I think it would be something cool that would utilize the fact that they've got an overworld, and also to do with, bringing more usage to underused heroes. It would have that capacity depending on what abilities they give them in that sense. I think it would be really cool. Tell me if I'm stupid. That's just something that I thought about that I thought would be cool. Anyway, ending remarks. In closing, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks not only to the players who joined us at the meetup, but also everyone in the community. Your passion and feedback are invaluable to us, inspiring us to keep working towards a richer, more enjoyable gaming experience for all. We're excited to continue this journey with you and can't wait to see where it takes us. Cool beans. There we go. That's the end of the post. So, not too bad. I do like the way they do address the non-meta character things, but it looks like we're just going to be waiting for... Obviously, new mechanics is a great way to do it. I mean, there's not much else you can do besides that. Unless you're going to buff and nerf characters, which I don't think it's something they're going to do. AFK Arena did some buffing of characters in the past, and then I think they realized it doesn't make them any money, and it's like, what's the point? So, I mean, that's what we can pretty much go with. But... keen to see new modes, keen to see what they do with everything and how the servers and merging goes. I'm not too sure. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how that flows. But anyway, guys, let me know any thoughts you guys have about this. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.